Hey everyone, welcome to this video lecture. In this video, we will walk you step by step on how to install Calico on a Kubernetes cluster. Calico is an open source networking and network security solutions for Kubernetes clusters, and it's commonly used as a CNI, which is short for Container Network Interface, to manage IP routing in a cluster by automatically assigning IP addresses to pods and also routing traffic between pods and nodes. Now, in addition to this, it also optimizes cluster performance using BGP and native Linux routing, and also implements network security policies by allowing or denying traffic between pods and also controlling inbound and outbound traffic. To follow along in this video lecture, you need to have a Kubernetes cluster. So I have a 3-node Kubernetes setup, which comprises of a master node and 2 worker nodes. Now I have deployed this on Cherry Servers, which is a leading global cloud provider that offers high performance bare metal cloud and virtual private servers for developers and businesses needing dedicated hardware and full control at affordable prices. Now with that out of the way, let's get started. There are two ways of installing Calico on a Kubernetes cluster. You can do so using Helm, which is Kubernetes package manager that lets you install and manage Kubernetes applications. The other way is by using a YAML manifest. Now we'll take a look at each of these, starting with the Helm package manager. Now, like I mentioned, I have a 3-node Kubernetes cluster. So we're going to seed it using the command kubectl get nodes and hit enter. So this is my Kubernetes cluster. So I have a master node and 2 worker nodes. And as you can see on the status column, all of them are not ready, meaning that we are not yet able to deploy workloads on our nodes, okay? But once we install Calico, we are going to see this change from not ready to a ready status. Now, the first step is to install Helm. Now we're going to install Helm from the official GitHub repository. So on your browser, you can go ahead and search for Helm download and head over to this GitHub link here. So I'm going to open this in a different tab. So this takes you to this page here. And as you can see, the latest version of Helm is Helm version 4.0.4. So from this page, we are going to download the binary. So head over here and grab the Linux AMD64 link here. So I'm going to copy the link address and head back to my terminal. And by the way, for all our nodes, we are running Ubuntu 24.04. Now here we are going to download the binary using the wget command. So I'm going to run the command wget and paste the link here. So I'm going to hit enter. Okay, so as you can see, we have downloaded the binary. So I'm going to use the ls command to confirm this. Okay, so here we have the turbo or the compressed file. Now once downloaded, you need to extract it. So we are going to use the tar command. And then here I'm going to say Helm and hit enter. Okay, so once again, let's list what we have. So we have this directory here, Linux-AMD64. Now we are going to copy this, or we're going to move this to the user local bin directory. So to do so, we are going to use the mv command. So I'm going to say sudo mv, then Linux. Then here I'm going to specify Helm, okay? Then specify the destination directory, which is user local bin, then Helm, and hit enter. So here I'm going to specify the sudo password. Okay. Now let's list the contents of user local bin. So as you can see, we have our Helm binary already in this path here. Okay. Now let's confirm the Helm version. So I'm going to say Helm version and hit enter. So you get all this information. Now to make it cleaner, I'm going to pass the -short flag and hit enter. So as you can see, we have installed Helm version 4.0.4 as we would expect. Okay. Now the next step is to add the Calico Helm repository. So I'm going to copy this link here and run it on the terminal. So I'm going to hit enter. So from the output, you can see Project Calico has been added to your repositories. Now I'm going to refresh the Helm charts by running the command helm repo update and hit enter. Okay, now once that is done, we are now going to create the Tigera-operator namespace in which we are going to install Calico. So I'm going to say kubectl create namespace, then Tigera-operator and hit enter. So we have created the Tigera-operator namespace. Okay. Now the next step will be to install Helm chart into the namespace we have just created. Now to do so, I'll simply run the command helm install, then I'll specify Calico, then project Calico, then / Tigera-operator. Then I'll specify the namespace which we've just created. So here I'll say namespace Tigera-operator like that, and I'm going to hit enter. As you can see, this is the output we have, and you can see the status is deployed. So now the next step, we are going to verify the deployment of the Calico charts. So to do so, we are going to say kubectl get pods -n, then specify the namespace, which is Tigera-operator, and hit enter. So as you can see, we have this pod running, and as you can see, it's ready. We can also get the pods in the Calico system namespace. So here we are going to say kubectl get pods -n. So this time we are going to check for Calico system namespace and hit enter. So as you can see, we have a number of pods. So some of them are ready, some of them are not. So I'm going to pause this video for about 10 seconds and run the command again. And this time we should see that all the pods will be running. Okay, now 10 seconds are up. So I'm going to run the command again and hit enter. So you can see that this time around we get that all pods are running. Now let me check the nodes again. So I'm going to say kubectl get nodes and hit enter. And as you can see, this time around, all the nodes in our cluster have changed the status from not ready to ready. So this confirms that we have successfully installed Calico on our Kubernetes cluster and everything is running as expected. The other way of installing Calico on Kubernetes is by using a YAML manifest file. Now I have a new cluster here, so let me confirm this. So I'm going to run the command kubectl get nodes, and as before you can see that all our nodes are in a not ready status. Now this will change from not ready to ready once we have installed Calico. Also, let's check our namespaces. So I'm going to run the command kubectl get namespaces and hit enter. So these are the current default namespaces. Now the first step will be to install the Tigera-operator. Now this is a Kubernetes operator that installs and manages the life cycle of Calico. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this command here. So I'm going to copy this, and at the time of making this video, the latest version is version 3.31.0. So I'm going to paste this here and hit enter. The next step will be to download Calico's custom resources file. Now this is a manifest that provides all the resources required to deploy Calico on your cluster. So I'm going to come here and download the custom resources YAML file. So I'm going to copy and paste this and hit enter. So once I run the ls command, you can see we have the custom resources YAML file here. Now by default, the CIDR of the custom resources file is 192.168.0.0 with a /16 subnet. And just to confirm this, I'm going to use the nano editor. So I'm going to say sudo nano, then custom resources.yaml. And here in the CIDR directive, you can see this is set to 192.168.0.0 with a /16 subnet. Now we need to change this to reflect the subnet of our cluster, which I've set to 10.10.0.0. So I'm going to exit this and I'll run this sed command here. So this command will change this subnet from this to my Kubernetes cluster subnet, which is 10.10.0.0 with a /16 subnet. So I'm going to copy this command and run it on the terminal. Okay, now let's preview the custom resources YAML file again, and as you can see, this has now reflected the cluster subnet, which is 10.10.0.0. Now this might be different in your case depending on what you specified to be your cluster's IP subnet. Okay, so in my case this was 10.10.0.0. so I'm going to exit this. Now once that is ready, I'm going to apply the manifest using the kubectl command. So I'm going to say kubectl create -f, then provide the YAML file custom resources, and I'm going to hit enter. Alright, so that is done. Now the pods have been deployed to the various namespaces. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to check the namespaces. So I'm going to say kubectl get namespaces. And as you can see, now we have additional namespaces. We have the Calico system namespace and the Tigera-operator namespace. Okay, now let's check the pods running in each of those namespaces. So I'm going to run the command kubectl get pods with a -n option, then provide the name of the namespace. So I'm going to say Calico-system and hit enter. And as you can see, we have quite a number of pods running in the Calico system namespace. So as you can see, some of them have not yet started. So I'm going to pause this video for 10 seconds and resume, and then check the pods once again. Okay, 10 seconds are up. So I'm going to check the pods once again. So I'm going to run the command again. And as you can see, all the pods now are ready. So now I'm going to check the pods in the Tigera-operator namespace. So I'm going to say kubectl get pods -n, then Tigera-operator, and hit enter. Okay, so as you can see, we have one pod that is ready and running. Now let me check the nodes. So previously our nodes were in a not ready status. So let me check this again. So kubectl then get nodes, and as you can see now the nodes are in a ready status and we are good to go. And this confirms that we have successfully deployed Calico on our Kubernetes cluster. And that's it for this video lesson. In this video, we looked at how to install Calico on Kubernetes, and we saw how to do so using the Helm charts, as well as how to use the YAML file. And that's it. Don't forget to leave a like and hit the subscribe button so that you can continue receiving more of these Linux tutorials. So see you in the next video.